It is possible. I had been walking steadily, for how long I do not know, of course in my own thoughts. Also, there is a bend in the track. It is slight but enough. I thought the shape was of an animal, a large hare, motionless, by the center of the way. This was when first I could see it. Not until fairly close did I understand that it was a person. It was a male, a small man. I took him to be in a seated position. It did not seem abnormal. Closer and almost upon him I heard and spied insects buzzing, flies, varieties of them, also their sizes. And his eyelids were closed. I did not inspect fully. I had my own business. If the man was dead, there was nothing could be done for him. Later I would think of it. I would return short of 2 hours. It was simply that I was easing my head. I had been under great stress in that recent period. I was coping. It was such as then that allowed me that I can state I was coping now. His legs and arms were bare, a form of covering about his feet. This man on the track. Not shoes. I would say not. I cannot remember clearly. A form of covering. I do not know. His hair straggled, thinning and grey, dirty in appearance. Perhaps only this was the color, this grey. I have the strong impression of dust on his head. I would say there was. The flies buzzed here and around exploratory. There was no smell. I walked on. Walked on. Yes, I had put it from my mind. I can put things from my mind. Of course such a thing is disturbing, and certainly I was disturbed. It did not spoil my time. I have become adept. It is no insult to me. I have acquired this. Resolve. It is resolve. My own will that I have developed. I am contented with it. I walked on by the sidetrack, by the edge of the forest. The branches are overhanging. I do not know enough about that country, the kinds of tree there, but of course varied. The track here never meets the sunlight, so that if rain has fallen days previously, then the mud lingers, even many days. It was then a common outing for me, that place. I would go there by the same route, rarely deviating. The sameness of things was no drawback, I would say a pleasurable thing. But that country always can be changing. From the autumn period, which was then at its beginning, the colors shift daily, and for me always enjoyably. I did detect here once odors. It might have been sickening. I do not know. I did not breathe through my nose. Things that we learn, they come instinctively to us. Often they do, resulting from experience. In what I do, I am experienced, yes. I should notice changes. I do notice them. It is right that I do. On the other occasion in this vicinity, it was by the shore, I recall, and that it was a catch that had been dumped. It is my recollection that it was a catch. Shellfish, whelks. This is what it was. A dry spell, rotting in the sun. The stench then was a sweetness. These odors at the edge of the forest differed. I would have known if otherwise. I said this day was hot, humid. Sweat poured from me. It was beyond the path that I stripped off my shirt. Coming out from the undergrowth and ahead stretched the mountains, and already my spirits had lifted so greatly. Always when there is the sense of freedom. And the air too, the whole of it, everything. The freedom may be a real thing, achievable. Of course, achievable. I carried no burden. I had tied my shirt about my waist. I might have left it by the track, but did not. I might have done that. I did not. My return through here was not a thing that was conclusive, not in advance of it. Blue sky above the mountains, white clouds. Emotions. We ourselves, we have them. I was gone only 50 minutes, 1 hour, no more. I saw no other human being, no animals, squirrels, rabbits, deer, none. But birds, different birds. Yes, at another time, 2 whole hours, easily. I say that. But this occasion, only 1 hour, and it came time that I return, thinking now of the man, the body of the man, the carcass, what I would do. Of course I would report on it, a corpse, offer an account, but in the meantime, what? I had no blanket or coat that I might use to shield it, if concealment. I could drag it onto the verge, from the track into the bushes. But what then? It would have become the more available to pray, simply that. Others can say what they could have done. What they could have done, if they can say that. They are entitled to say as much. I only say what I did, what thoughts occurred that now I remember. Returning along the track, I saw ahead the carcass as before, and many more flies now buzzing, many, many more, and settled now on it, a horde of them all over, face and neck, bare limbs, all over, everything, bare skin and in the hair, buzzing in the hair. Yes, it was horrible. As a human being, one to another, to see this happening, of course, my stomach turned, of course. Having to pass it by, I had to. And so I approached. Now to have left the track and gone at a distance, no, I could not have done so, not that. I approached and was passing, keeping my eyes to the earth before my feet, soft here, always soft. I could not look, as another human being, a fellow. This was a man, yes, of course, and this horrible deafening, this buzzing, such a great loudness. I could not stop my ears hearing it, the buzzing. What else? It was deafening. I have to say it, how strongly, deafening. Many, many flies, tiny. Yes, mosquitoes and larger. Heavy, bloated, they looked to me, and this, oh, just the noise of them. Then I roared. It came out from me. I did not think to do it, neither to stop myself. I could not. To frighten and scatter them. These fly hordes, vultures, they prey on us. They will survive when we have gone. Yes, I roared. No, I am not a religious man. I can say this in my way, that I have no religion. I believe in no gods. These give me irritation. I become angry by such notions. I am not ashamed. Why? I become angry. Yes, I become angry. I will never be ashamed. These others should be ashamed. Yes, I call myself socialist. I am socialist, a socialist. How should I say this? Is there a way? No, I do not think so. I do not know what is wanted. I do not. But that the insects are not the enemy of me, of anyone. They are not the enemy. I say that. Yes, my stomach was heaving. I said so. I said so. Turning it was. But I saw that scarcely were they affected. The insects. I had passed on. I said that scarcely were they affected. A voice is a weapon. As human beings, we have different weapons, many weapons. Yet such had been the depth of my roar, I felt something of it might linger, captured there. I do not know. A sound is material. A sound causes vibration. Thunder can shake a house. A woman whose child is dead, her scream. These things are material, things in the world. The sound I made, that roar, I cannot say, but there seemed no impact. Scarcely were these flies affected. I thought that. But now from behind me, not less than 10 paces on from the body, there was the disturbance. I heard it. Horrible disturbance. And looking back, seeing the carcass, that it moved. I saw it. The body of the dead man moving. It did. Moved. From the seated position. The seated position where it was. The carcass crumbling. But the legs then kicking out. They certainly kicked out. Then a second time. The flies had scattered, but not far. Then returning. And the body lying still. The body now lying still. A carcass. Corpse. Yes. I saw also that the eyes were open. Sometime they had opened. I cannot say anything more, and nor could something have been done. If life had been there, some life had been there, certainly I would say that it was possible, certainly possible, but not now. I am saying that life might have been there. It is me who says that. I am not ashamed. Of what? There is nothing I need be ashamed. I adapt also. I adapt. We adapt. We all adapt, you and I. There are many of us. No, I do not feel guilty. It is me who says that. I said that. That moment. When I saw the moving, the body moving. So from that, the impact, when I roared so loudly, so very loudly, I do not know how loudly, but yes, I screamed. It was screaming. We are humans together. The eyes open. Nothing further could be done. Yes, I said that. The period when nothing can be done, there is that period. Yes, I walked on. I said that.